I mean, this is a good video here.
He's just amazing. He's gonna bring humanity to Mars. You're not being serious, are you? This is a bit, right? What? He is a genius and a self-made billionaire. Oh, you might want to sit down for this. He started his first company with money from his dad and his rich friends. Well, he ran it well.
Money from his dad, which is money from emerald mines that his dad had accumulated wealth from. If you want to understand the conditions in an emerald mine in any African country, just Google it. It is disastrous. Okay.
Well enough to make it huge. Not really. He sold it for $22 million to a larger company that was just trying to squash all competition, and then he got even more money.
Raising $50 million is a matter of making a series of phone calls.
He's still a genius. You'll never be able to take that away. His online banking startup had a security flaw that was so bad you could transfer funds from anyone else with just an account number. The board fired him because he was ruining the company financially, but he still made $180 million when it sold. He is the reason we can have a green future.
Well, I'd like to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. That'd be cool.
What do you
He crashed that car, by the way, and almost died.
really wanted was fame. But he still founded Tesla. Tesla was founded by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Who? Not Elon. He bought in. He became CEO in 2008, then started a media campaign to get loans and investments. Daimler said they would invest if he got a Department of Energy loan, so he lied and said he did. Then he applied for the Department of Energy loan and put Daimler's involvement on that application.
He also used that exact same tactic numerous times as he got deposits from vehicles, including the Tesla Roadster, okay, and even the Cybertruck that still has not been made, okay, and refused to make it. Like, he would just it's literally a Ponzi scheme. He would just get money from people with the hopes that one day they can get a car and then end up building the actual cars that he was building, okay, end up building the actual cars that he was able to build, while still funding that entire operation with promises that people will be able to get their cars eventually by putting down payments and deposits. Half the time he just claims he's going to make shit. He never actually ends up making it, okay? But his stock prices benefit from it. His stocks take a big boost every time he comes out and says, we're going to do a robot. We're going to do human AI.
He lied to get the loans? Yep, $451 million of government money. And now Tesla makes money in an interesting way. Selling carbon credits. Companies' carbon emissions are capped, and
Tesla was insolvent, like nearing bankruptcy. And what saved Tesla was quite literally carbon credits, okay? Carbon credits. If carbon credits, another government operation to try to use capitalism to fucking promote renewable energy, if carbon credits did not exist, Tesla would currently not exist, okay? It's just not a thing. It would not be a company. Tesla was on the verge of bankruptcy, and every single time they've been able to turn profit, they've only exclusively been able to turn profit by selling carbon credits to other companies that at the time were not creating electric vehicles. They were not making EV fleets or not making enough EVs, so they would just rely on Elon Musk's EV fleet that was, that's all he was making.
And Tesla reduces emissions, so they earn a lot of credits, and they sell them to the companies that go over. The few quarters that Tesla was profitable were mostly thanks to this. That just erases the progress.
There you go. Also, John Oliver did a pretty decent video on like why the carbon credits schemes oftentimes do not end up saving the environment at all. For the record,
Elon tweeted, "Funding secured, Tesla going private at $420. That was a lie, and it inflated the stock price of Tesla."
My cash balances are very, very low. I simply had loans against my stock, so if Tesla and SpaceX went bankrupt, I would go bankrupt too.
Now he's being sued for $248.
what he's describing right there is also called buy, borrow, die. That's what billionaires do to avoid taxes, okay? It's not because he's like some, wandering nomadic poet who lives on really normal, affordable lifestyle choices. It's because he's not liquid, because he doesn't have to be, because he has a endless, almost infinite amount of assets that he can leverage, okay? So instead of paying, almost 50% of taxes he gets to look at how wealthy he is. He gets to show how wealthy he is to the banks and say, hey, give me a super low interest rate loan. And then instead of paying taxes to the government, he pays what is kind of like a tax to the banks. Okay?
$8 billion for buying Dogecoin, then using his public presence to inflate the price and profit off of it. He says he's going to save the planet and save humanity while he exploits people and the system.
Yeah. This is an amazing video on Elon is with the Twitter
one of the
deal.
largest and most complicated social networks after dissolving the board. And
Elon Musk is panicking. He has fired anybody who will tell him the truth, which is that he's royally fucked. Let me get you up to date on everything going on with Twitter. First thing you need to know is for the past 2 years,
If this is going to be a rehashing of the Verge article, which I basically not only read, but also made the exact same points for the past week about why Elon is absolutely, I'm going to lose my mind. Half the time, that's all Twitter is, for the record. All right, all Twitch is.
Twitter has not made a profit. In fact, they lost like $1.5 billion in the last 2 years. Last year, Twitter made $5 billion and spent $5.2 billion. Elon wants to cut some of those expenses by laying off between 25% and 75% of Twitter's workforce. But that won't even make a difference on the bottom line because remember the loan he took out to buy Twitter? He has to pay $1 billion in interest on that loan every year. Elon's first idea, charge people every month for a blue check. Now, Jason Calacanis, or as we like to call him, Gretchen Wieners, posted a poll and found out what we already knew. Although Elon Musk found this interesting. Now, Twitter makes about 90% of that $5 billion in revenue from advertisers. So at a bare minimum, they need to keep every advertiser they have.
I think one of the funniest parts that, again, shows what we've all known in this community is that, like, all these fucking evangelists, like angel investor weirdos, are so profoundly stupid, okay? Every day I log on to this website and I see proof, once again, that I am so right when I say these are dumb, okay? Who would ever look at a Twitter poll? You own the website. You should know that those polls are garbage, okay? They can be manipulated so easily. Why? Jason, the other tech grifter guy, why are you so stupid? Those polls are dumb. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how these guys have been able to fucking create this idea that they're so profoundly intelligent. It's just like a bunch of dudes who are marginally a little bit smarter than the other dumbest dudes you've ever met in your entire life, circle jerking about who's the smartest dumb guy.
They have. But unfortunately, advertising companies are recommending to their clients that they pause spending on Twitter until the public safety picture becomes more clear. So that brings us to the other opportunity Elon has to make money and fast. The part of Twitter's revenue that does not come from advertising comes from collecting and selling your data. So with the pressure of bills coming due, it's not crazy to think that Elon would either sell more of your data or sell your data to more people. And the only people who can tell him not to do this are the board of directors, and he just fired them all.
he's going to fix one of the largest and most complicated social networks after dissolving the
Hasan, the only smart dumb guy I listen to. I'm not even a smart dumb guy. I'm just a dumb guy.